Hello everyone, and welcome to my Lie and Our American Tea Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Society, Daniel drinks a drink and blinks as the Halloween decorations go fuzzy. Tessa goes in and he smirks. Hey, trick or treat. Tessa sits and tells him how sorry she is. How are you holding up? Daniel says not so good. She asks how many beers he's had and advises her's not driving home. Daniel assures her he took a cab. He's nothing if not responsible, which is funny to hear from a murder suspect. Daniel orders another drink and Tessa queries if he wants to do that. He could talk about it instead. Daniel informs her Heather's gone. He misses the hell out of her. He's been arrested for her murder, which he didn't do, but he can't prove. He feels like he's drowning. He can't get to the surface and doesn't even know if he wants to anymore. Tessa asks about Lucy. Daniel says she's on tour with Danny and shows her images of her costumed as Catwoman for Halloween. He hopes she may escape the misery for one night. He resumes drinking. Tessa says the pain will still be there in the morning and he'll have a crushing headache too. Daniel chuckles. Tessa decides he needs a sober-up burrito. Daniel agrees to try it. Kyle and Summer enter the Abbott house with Harrison, who is costumed as a ghost. They giggle about a witch blowing out of a tree and making Summer scream. Harrison gets taken upstairs to change, and Summer says, Kyle, it was a really lovely break. I'm glad we could do this as a family. Kyle smiles. I am too. Summer thanks her ex for tonight. It was good to do something pleasant and normal and not have to think about Daniel's circumstances. Kyle's there if she needs to talk about it. She says it's been hard. She doesn't want to make Daniel feel worse. Her mom's going nuts, and I guess I kinda do want to talk about it. Do you mind? They sit as Summer and Kyle go over how dreadful it is to lose the love of your life and then be charged with their murder. Summer feels it's plainly a setup. Her mom has a belief that it's Sharon getting retribution for Cassie. It sounds weird, but no crazier than believing her brother is guilty. She realizes that Chance is simply doing his job. It's just annoying. Kyle hopes it doesn't come in the way of their relationship. Summer finds it uncomfortable to hear him talk about it. Kyle thinks he's a good man, and they seem like a good fit. Summer thinks it's hard not to take it personally when he detained her brother. If a nice guy won't dig for the truth, then what chance does Daniel have in the club? Victoria informs Claire that Johnny and Katie are too cool to spend Halloween with a parent. Claire jokes that she's the uncool sibling. She's delighted Cole could join them since she's come to a rather major choice about her future. Summer and Kyle don't need her as much for Harrison now, and she informed Maria and Tessa she couldn't accept their employment offer either. She's going to accept Nikki's offer to work alongside her. Her parents don't look thrilled. Claire's astonished that Victoria's not thrilled with her decision. Cole said they assumed she loved working with kids. Claire says it's always there for her if she wants it. She's a Newman now and would like to find out if there's a place for her in the family business. I'm kind of excited. Taking in their expressions, she asks what's going on. Victoria hadn't told her the information previously, but now that she's seriously considering Nikki's offer, she has to know all the facts. Victoria tells Claire that her grandfather intends to take Chancellor away from Billy. He's hoping Billy would self-destruct, and he'll swoop in and control the company, and her mom will run it. Claire had no idea. She asks why he's doing it. Victoria claims he goes after what he wants and worries about the ramifications later. She warns that Billy can be very vengeful. Cole wonders if she still wants any part in this. At the Abbott residence, Kyle tells Summer she has to keep believing that the truth will come out and Daniel will be exonerated. Emotional, Summer says it feels everything is stacked against him right now. He could go to prison. Kyle learns Christine is his lawyer and is optimistic. Summer gripes about her and her mother hating each other. Kyle feels Phyllis should get over it. Look at them. They agree they're living proof that anyone can get along. Summer thinks he's terrific at the pep talk thing. Kyle hopes it's helping. She admits it is, she just hopes they could give part of it to Daniel. She worries about what will happen to Lucy. Kyle throws his arm around her and pulls her close. Harrison emerges on the stairs and smiles. At society, Tessa keeps giving him advice about Summer's custody issue. She doesn't remember what she recommended, and neither does he. Daniel understands if it heartfelt and sensible. Like, mind your own business. They also conducted a contest to discover who had the more dysfunctional family. Tessa will keep it for now. She feels he's innocent. Daniel regrets that he didn't see any of this coming. Tessa shows Daniel images of Arya dressed up as a princess for Halloween. He muses that he used to adore Halloween. Heather would go all out. It was one of her favorite holidays. Now, it reminds him that she's gone. Tessa confides she has a soft spot for vintage monster flicks. When the lights go on, everyone's safe. Daniel believes it would be lovely if life worked that way. Tessa recommends Harry help her pack up the terrifying decorations. Daniel decides he's in, so she starts showing him where the boxes are kept. At the Abbott house, Harrison joins his parents on the sofa and picks out some sweets from his bucket. The boy offers them some sweets too. They laugh at his limiting them to 2 pieces apiece. Summer wants the lollipop Kyle chose, so they exchange. Harrison assures them this was the finest Halloween ever. It would have been fun if Claire came too, but this was great. He genuinely misses his mom living there. They promise to do more family stuff like this. Harrison yawns and begs them both to read him a good night tale. After Harrison's sleeping, Kyle gives Summer a drink. She accepts. He continues, "Here's to more family nights like tonight, and better days for you and your family." She responds, "For you family too." She heard Diane moved out. Kyle claims his dad's talking to a lawyer about an annulment. He hopes he's serious about this since his mother's displaying her real color, and it isn't pretty. Jack even dismissed her from Abbott. His dad is heartbroken and enraged. Kyle thanks Summer for not saying, "I told you so." She says he seems too depressed right now to rub it in. Kyle says at least he and his dad can chat and be nice again. Summer knows how much his father adores him. She's confident he'll be begging him to come back to Abbott. Kyle isn't so sure. He committed some nasty things he's not sure his dad can forgive. He's just hoping they can be comfortable around each other again. Summer thinks this sounds adult. They joke about him getting up a good rant. Summer doesn't miss that guy and greatly prefers this one. At society, Daniel tells Tessa how fantastic it feels to be rid of all the monsters. Tessa hopes he's not going to develop a practice of drinking the sadness away. She's tried it. It doesn't work. Daniel just wanted to feel numb and try to forget, but that's impossible. He hasn't even had a chance to grasp the idea that Heather is gone, and he'll never see her again. She was a good person. Someone murdered her. The last person she saw was the one who killed her. That's the real monster. Tessa's convinced he'll be cleared, and the true killer will be punished. Daniel's skeptical. Tessa tells him the decorations have all been put away. "How do you feel?" Daniel squints. "Better?" Tessa thinks that's a start. They sit as Daniel eats his burrito, and Tessa tells him that what happened to Heather was awful, and what's happening to him is beyond unfair. But he'll beat these allegations. When he does, Lucy will need all of his support and affection, and he needs to be there for her. Daniel praises her. for everything. He got there tonight feeling beaten down and despondent. He doesn't feel that way anymore. It's given him some hope, and maybe even a plan. At society, Victoria merely wants Claire to have the truth. She's lived through many fights, but she hasn't. Claire grins. Maybe this is her baptism by fire. Cole and Victoria aren't amused. They tell her she doesn't have to prove herself, and no one would think less of her if she turns this down. Claire thinks they've given her a lot to think about. She thanks them, hugs them, and goes. Victoria asks Cole, "Is everything okay?" Cole isn't sure. He once took pride in avoiding working for Newman Enterprises. It was toxic and made his skin crawl. Knowing that his daughter is going to walk into that world is a component of parenthood he didn't see coming. Victoria welcomes him to motherhood. At the Abbott mansion, Kyle teases Summer that he wasn't the only ogre. She chuckles that neither of them were at their best throughout the custody predicament. They toast to brighter futures again. A knock comes at the door. It's Claire. She hopes she's not too late to see Harrison in his costume. Kyle informs her they just put him to bed. She should have mentioned something earlier. Claire looks at Summer on the sofa and awkwardness develops. Claire and Summer greet one another and Kyle shows the nanny images of she should get going. Claire is sorry for interrupting. Summer has work to do regardless. She says Kyle tonight was really fantastic and she'll call him tomorrow. Kyle brushes Claire aside and proceeds to the door. "I'll walk you out." At the club, Cole and Victoria thought Claire was going to take the position looking after Aria. They joke about shutting her up in a tower. Victoria says they encouraged her to make her own decisions and can't back away from that now. She's convinced this affair with Billy and her father will get ugly and her ex would want revenge. She's rethinking the tower concept. At the Abbott mansion, Kyle tells Claire how much fun the night was with Summer and Harrison. She discovers that things are challenging for her right now, but they had a wonderful chat. He thinks Claire appears a little distressed. Claire thinks she plainly walked in on an important talk, and she feels guilty about that. Kyle responds, "Well, don't," and starts kissing her. In the dark park, Daniel stands, contemplating. Summer appears. He asks how she knew he was there. She said it's kind of become their spot. Moreover, she saw him go in. Daniel's delighted she's there. He's attempting to find out what happens next. Summer wonders whether he has any answers. Daniel's answers, "Yeah, I need to take back control of my life, Summer." He has to find a way out of this nightmare. He loves Christine, but he needs to find a solution on his own. He owes it to Lucy and to Heather. Summer wonders if he'll be his own detective. Daniel believes if he's going to prove his innocence, he has to uncover the real perpetrator. That's exactly what I intend to do. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.